Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry latest news. Hi, I'm Alex and hope all is well with you. So this is an update to yesterday's video. Yesterday I said that Meghan and Harry were not suing South Park. That was the title of the video. I stated this while loads of mainstream news platforms and royal reporters put out headlines saying that they were. Of course their information was apparently from those anonymous insiders that they seem to know so many. I said they were making up absolute nonsense and that they do this most of the time. It's all deliberate Chinese whispers. Well, this morning, Meghan and Harry actually made an announcement stating that they were not even remotely thinking of suing the TV show, which is a pretty sad state of affairs that they have to do this on account of so-called journalists making stuff up to get clicks. But there you go. But at the same time, it also highlights and proves what a bunch of liars the media are. Here we see Prince Harry and Meghan Markle dismiss baseless lawsuit claims over South Park episode. Some royal commentators had suggested lawyers for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were looking at the episode's content as comparisons were drawn between the fictional characters and Harry and Meghan. You see, this is why they did the documentary and the book, and that was based on years of the media telling falsehoods. In this case, this is just one instance, but I'm happy they did it because it was obvious for any reporter with a brain that they would never sue South Park, and it just shows how devious, dishonest and shallow these people are. It also highlights how they have no morals and will make up anything to smear Meghan and Harry's name. It continues, a spokesperson for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has said reports the couple will take legal action over a South Park episode are frankly nonsense. As I said in yesterday's video, Meghan and Harry would watch something like this and just laugh it off and get on with their day. It's no big deal, this show lampoons everyone and everything. The only people making a big deal out of it are the insane people who work in the media. Royal commentators in some sections of the media had suggested Harry and Meghan's lawyers were looking at the episode, but these claims have been dismissed. A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex told People magazine, "It's all frankly nonsense, totally baseless, boring reports." It's good that they have done this, and they should do it more often in regards to these false stories, as these stories are deliberately concocted and then they add to them, and it's all usually based on complete fabrication. Only problem is Meghan and Harry would have to make statements every other day, and they are right to say it is boring, and luckily the majority of the public can see through the media's lies and biased reporting, as the success of their documentary and book have proven. Last month it was revealed a Netflix series on Harry and Meghan was the streaming service's second highest ranking documentary it had ever released. The documentary's airing before Christmas came in the lead up to the publication of the Duke's controversial memoir Spare. The autobiography became the fastest selling non-fiction book in the UK since records began in 1998, following its release on the 10th of January. Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Alex and I hope all is well with you today. The media are spinning yarns again. I saw someone say online that the media are like Chinese whispers when it comes to Meghan and Harry. They over-sensationalise everything to do with them and put a negative spin on it, then create a fake reaction, usually from an anonymous source. Then they use another anonymous insider to report that Meghan and Harry are upset or whatever, and it carries on like this. It's a spider web of lies that continues to spin layer upon layer of deceitful webs. Chinese whispers is a game in which a message is passed on in a whisper by each of a number of people, so that the final version of the message is often radically changed from the original. But many times when this happens in everyday life, it's accidental and spirals out of control through silly gossip. But with the media, it's intentional, and with Meghan and Harry, it's orchestrated against them. And the South Park nonsense that is being bandied about is a prime example. First off, a number of hacks from the tabloids claimed that an anonymous insider had stated that Meghan was very upset by the South Park episode featuring them. Then the next day, a British tabloid hack speculates that Harry and Meghan should look into suing over South Park. That same hack is then quoted as saying they might look into it, and now it's being reported that they will. All of this is a fairy tale nonsense dreamed up by media spin doctors and the firm's PR to make it appear that Meghan and Harry are super sensitive and can't handle a TV show poking fun at them, when it's all complete nonsense. I would presume they have no interest in suing a TV show that lampoons everybody all the time. Now, this is yet another attack on Meghan and Harry with lies to smear their name. This is why they made a documentary and a book, because they have to continually turn around and say that it is not true. What will we have to see another documentary in a year's time, where they say, no, we had no intention of suing South Park, don't be silly, we just laughed it off. It's really getting beyond a joke. These tabloids and news channels claim to have inside knowledge on Meghan and Harry, despite the couple making it very clear they have nothing to do with any of them. They have stonewalled against the tabloids. Look at these silly headlines. These are all made up. We know that they have nothing to do with these media outlets, all claiming she is upset, and then we have the toxic Daily Mail who are now taking this nonsense and saying that Meghan might sue. It says, are Harry and Meghan planning to sue makers of South Park? Royal commentators claim lawyers for Duke and Duchess are casting an eye over animated sitcom after it savaged them in the worldwide Privacy Tour episode. Yeah, and who are those so-called royal commentators? Royal commentator Neil Sean told Fox News that representatives for the pair are now watching the series closely for any more attacks. It's once again apparently anonymous sources close to Meghan and Harry that are revealing this information to these royal commentators. Well, I have sources close to me that think that possibly these people are just making up stuff to get paid for talking a load of rubbish. And this talk about suing and whether or not it's true is then confirmed by the reporter in question, who then says, Mr. Sean added that the makers of South Park have as yet received no legal correspondence. So the answer is that Meghan and Harry are not suing South Park. They are not suing. It's not maybe. The technical answer is they are not suing them and have never probably had plans to sue them. And this talk of them possibly suing them, or they might, is just made up gossip and attempt to create negative Chinese whispers, when the reality is most likely that Meghan and Harry just laughed it off, took the show for what it is, a over-the-top, aimed to shock some now out-of-date, past its sell-by-date show, just laughed it off, shrugged their shoulders and went about their day with not a care in the world. Let us know your opinion in the comments and I'll see you in the next video.